Made it. So I'm back now. This is my first show back since I was out with Aces, vacation, this and that. So I'm happy to be back, and I'm happy to be talking here with Tony Smith, who is the new general manager of Findlay Motor Company. Welcome to the show, and welcome to town.
Yeah,
Great.
welcome, Tony.
Thank you. Thank you guys very much. It's a pleasure for me to be here, and I appreciate you having me on and get to know everybody a little better. Thank
so
you.
you've actually been here for probably a month or so now.
8 weeks now, April 18th.
Oh man, I was way off. So.
Yeah.
And a little bit of a transition. You came from our Findlay store, Chevrolet store in Las Vegas. Correct.
That's right.
How was that transition? Obviously, Vegas to Bullhead, we always say, did they know where we were?
Right.
Like that's kind of our joke down here.
It's kind of funny you say that because, the reaction to people when I tell them that I got promoted and where I went to Bullhead City, they kind of give me that look like, what? Bullhead? Why? And I'm like, it's a promotion for me, obviously. It's a good company. And quite honestly, I probably had the same reaction too when they told me and we were talking about it. But when I get down here and I meet the local people, it's been fantastic. I mean, everyone I have met has been awesome, and they've been welcoming, and I really enjoying being here.
Yeah, I know that everybody always thinks I'm just like politicking for the town, but when I tell them I enjoy being here, and I enjoy some of the fun stuff in Vegas, but I don't miss the crowds. I don't miss the stuff. I like the little smaller, slower life. So hopefully you adapt to it well. What was it like coming out of that big old store? I don't know if you guys know, but you were part of one of the top dealers in the country for Chevrolet for years and years and years. What was it like coming down here and then seeing what we had down here?
Well, we were a big store up there, or they still have a big store, obviously. I had 140 people under me just in the fixed ops side, so the parts and service side. So I come to a dealership that's got about 108 in it. It is a little different pace for sure. My day-to-day stuff has changed, but the people is what makes all the difference. And the people that are here have been very supportive. And unfortunately, I'm kind of finding myself, I need to find something to do because they're doing such a great job. I'm like, last day of the month, I'm usually running around because I'm closing stuff. And but with my new position, all the people are in the right places. This is a successful store. It really is. And it does
we
well.
have and this is from a guy who's been at the store for quite a while. We have a really nice team. I've seen teams come and go, good teams that were rebuilding, this and that. The team we have now is a pretty solid team. So,
very solid.
Hopefully they've been supporting you well, and everyone's been nice, hasn't picked on you or nothing. Gave you bad directions. They sent you out to Oatman for dinner at night or something.
Not yet. I mean, I think Chris has been tempted to a couple of times, but he hasn't done it. But he
gave you the ninth green at 9 o'clock. Is that what he did? So.
Right.
So now. We had talked before, and you were down here when the Kona Ice Girls were here, and they were talking coffee, they were talking sweets, and it sounds like you're a little bit of a food guy.
My wife calls me a coffee snob.
Thing, so.
Yeah, we're a coffee snob, and we're big foodies. My wife and I are big foodies. We love eating out. We like trying different restaurants. You could probably name any restaurant in Vegas. We've probably tried it. We used to go out 2 or 3 times a night.
Have you been to Johnny Mac's?
Johnny Mac's, we have, and I'm trying to remember when we did. We did. Now, see, I mentioned earlier my wife remembers these things better than I do, so I had to think about that for a minute. Probably had to ask her.
So I've been going to Johnny Mac's for years. When I worked for Findlay Motor Company, I would travel to Vegas 2 days a week for auctions, meeting, whatever. Excuse me. And so I got turned on to this Johnny Mac's spot in Henderson.
Right.
And people think I'm crazy if we go to Vegas. I'm like, no. We're going to Johnny Mac's. And so you start heading back, and then you go way off the other direction, and you hit Johnny Mac's. And I've never had anybody tell me that the food wasn't awesome. So
that's great. Yeah, it is good, very good. And we're fortunate that they have a lot of good chefs, a lot of good restaurants. But we're starting to see some here too. So if anybody has any suggestions for some good restaurants, I'd love to hear it. We've still got a few that we've tried, but we've got a lot more we want to do.
So if you guys have any suggestions for restaurants or questions for Tony, whatever that is, just throw them in the comments. Jeff will filter through them and try to get them to us as we can. We really want you guys to get to know Tony the way we've got to know Tony here in the last, apparently longer than a month, but last couple months. So
time flies when you're having fun.
Time flies when you're having fun. So now if I understand correctly, you got brought down here pretty abruptly. You kind of had to come down and set up camp, so to speak.
We did, yeah. So it was within 10 days. From the time that the owner talked to me about it and the time I got here was 10 days. So we have a fifth wheel that I'm staying in at Davis Camp, which is actually quite nice camp, as you can see.
Yeah.
Now this is a motorhome that it's a Newell. It's a 1988 Newell. And it's
It's a
been
nice one.
great. It's been taken care of very well. My wife's uncle had it, and he kind of passed it on to us to use. So, but it is an old diesel pusher. I don't know if you've ever been behind one, but
I have.
I always look in the rearview mirror as I'm getting ready to start because I know someone's going to be mad at me because I'm about to blow black smoke all in their car. So
Hey, the kids think that's cool nowadays.
they do,
so.
yeah, absolutely.
So you're staying at Davis Camp.
Davis Camp.
How was that over Memorial Day weekend? The zoo or what?
Well, we actually ended up going back to Vegas Memorial Day weekend.
We're outta
It's probably a smart move, yeah.
And
that's
the
a
couple of
good
guys
move.
that stay there a lot, he said, "Yeah, you're good to be out of here." And we had gone back for a wedding, so we went back up there on a Saturday. We came back Sunday, and the park. We saw an article. Someone sent me an article. It was completely full.
Yeah.
And then when we got back Sunday, it had a lot of people.
I don't know what the world's like in Vegas. It's kind of a event town all the time. But down here, such a unique place because what are normally like super busy sales weekends or things like that, the whole damn town's out on the water.
Right.
And so a lot of times, we'll have vendors call and be like, "Hey, you guys want to do a sale?" We're like, "Listen, that's like throwing money into the
Right.
It's like throwing money into the river. Everybody's out on a jet ski. Everybody's out doing whatever." So
We got to figure out how to take those vehicles out there on the water with them. Huh?
yeah, no kidding, huh? Now, one of the things which I think is great that you're Davis Camp because it's like 2 minutes away, right?
Yes, it is.
So
Yeah.
that's pretty solid.
Truck doesn't even get warmed up. It is very close. It makes it nice. I can go run over there if I need to for lunch or something. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's quiet. I've met a couple of the guys. There's volunteers there. If they volunteer, they don't have to pay their rent. So it's kind of neat for them. They work in the mornings. But I've met a couple people there that just like everybody here, they've been super nice and helpful, and it's been good. I'm pleasantly surprised. I really am.
So
We got sorry.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna say we got a picture of where you came from here.
Let's check it out.
All
yeah,
right.
there you go.
As you can see, that's a little bit older picture. I got some hair there, so
I thought that was
yeah.
someone else. Oh, okay.
Right? Most people do. So that was a nice article they did for me in the RJ. There's a gentleman that used to do that for us in the car business up there, and he did that and took the picture outside there. But that's outside.
So now listen, guys, it's a nice location, this and that, but you really don't need to go up there. You just come down here, see us on the Parkway.
Exactly. Yep.
Now, what are some things that you want to bring down from the Vegas world? Things that you learned, maybe maybe some mantras. What is something you hope to, now that you've been here for a while, you've kind of seen what we are. What do you hope to inject and make your own?
I grew up in a family-owned business. My dad was a meat cutter, and we had a grocery store and meat market. And one thing my mom taught me at a young age is taking care of customers and taking care of people, and just treating them like you would want to be treated, right? And not that we're not doing that, but I think we just need to do a little bit better of that and treating our people as they come in. I feel if we take care of our customers, everything else is going to fall into place.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about the money or the nickels and dimes. That'll happen. We just got to take care of our customers. Referrals are huge for our business, obviously, and if we take care of those people like their own, they're going to tell other people about us.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And again, it's not like we don't try to do those things, but I'll tell you, to be honest, it was a tough run over those COVID years when we were limited in what we used to be able to offer rides and courtesy cars and all these things. And a lot of those things that helped our customers got taken away from us. And now there's, inventory issues and these other things. And I think it's a good time to kind of refocus and take a look at how can we do this? We may not be able to do it the same way we did before, but how can we do this with people?
Right.
I think it's a great, a great way to look at it. I'm super excited to see what all we put in and all that stuff. Now, where did you come from? I know that's not a Vegas accent, so
no, it comes out. My accent starts coming up. I get tired if I had maybe a cocktail or two, or if I get around someone else from the South, I really start slanging then. So everybody knew when I was talking to my mom because it would really come out. But I'm from Mississippi originally, in a town called Meridian. I grew up there, and I joined the military when I was 19 out of high school. And then I was stationed down in Panama City for 6 years, and then I went to Houston, Texas for a year. So kind of moved around quite a bit. First wife was a travel nurse. We did a lot of traveling there too, moving different parts of the country. Tennessee, Colorado. I moved from Colorado when I moved to Vegas in a place called Grand Junction, but Florida. We lived in quite a few different places. So yeah,
Travel around quite a bit.
quite a
so
bit.
how'd you end up in Vegas from all that?
Ex-wife.
Yeah.
It's usually a spouse or something,
always
right?
an
That does it.
ex-wife,
It's
man.
always something, right?
That's how I ended up here.
Yeah, that's kind of, we were having some challenges in Colorado, and we thought she got a promotion. She found a better job in Vegas, and I had never been at that time, and we decided to do it. And somehow or another, all our problems followed us. We thought we could leave them in Colorado, but you can't do that. They can always come with you, right? So, but it worked out good. We have a great relationship. We have a son together. And it's worked out good. And I ended up staying there. And my current wife now I'm with, we've been together 17 years. Her family's been there since the 40s. So there's a lot of history there with them. So we're
Does she know anything about those bodies they're finding in the lake up there? Or?
Well, her dad is denying it. Her dad and uncle were in the casino business, and I give them a lot of a lot of ribbon about that. But they're all denying. They don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
It's
Sure.
funny.
Nobody knows anything,
Nothing.
right?
Yeah, it didn't exist. We don't know what you're talking
You
about.
end up in a lake if you know too much, so you don't want to do that. So.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now you mentioned obviously ex-wife, wife, son. You have some grandkids. Like, what's the family think of this move? They go, "What are you doing down there? It's too hot."
They are, they're
look
kind
at
of, yep, there they are. There's all our grandkids there. We have 2 girls and 3 boys. The girls one is the oldest, one's the youngest, and they actually, the oldest girl runs those kids. And
Runs the show, huh?
She runs the show. The youngest one, who's 4, that's Leah. She's getting there. She's learning real quick.
Future runner.
Yep, exactly. But they're awesome. I mean, we love spending time with them, and the wife now gets to spend a little bit more time with them when she's up in Vegas and not visiting me here. So
Is that where they're at in Vegas?
they are all our
Have they
kids.
come down and checked it out yet?
No, not well. The 2 smaller kids. Yes, she's brought
Okay.
the 2 younger grandkids down, Leah and Grayson, and took them down, let them swim. There,
okay.
Davis Camp has a little beach.
Uh-huh.
How
So
about
with
these
the dogs.
kids?
And that's our kids now currently. So that is Hershey and Argent. They're a chocolate lab and a silver lab, which they're 105 pounds apeace, so they're pretty big dogs.
So
but,
they may not be loving the RV
that-
life. Yeah, there you go.
This is my wife loves this picture, so yeah, he's loving it too, as you can see. But
Looks like a
he's
big lover boy.
He's a big lover. So and they're great dogs.
They
and,
must be loving being right by the water, huh?
Oh, all we got. She gets them close to the water, and they just take off running. They love being out there, so it's been good. I worry about the current, because the current's pretty
yeah.
heavy. So
Especially up in that spot, yeah.
she's got life jackets for them. I think she even had them on the tether yesterday to keep them from going down. But they're loving it.
So obviously you've been busy working, getting familiarized. You had to set up shop down at Davis Camp. Have you gotten out and about in town any? Have you found any new new favorite spots since your old spots are in Vegas?
The one I've went to quite a bit has been Laughlin Ranch. I've eaten lunch up there a couple of times. It's a beautiful golf course. I haven't played golf there yet. I am a golfer, but
Beautiful
not a
to
good
look
one.
at. It's not
It's
beautiful
gorgeous.
to play.
No, I'm going to find out Saturday. We're playing in a golf tournament Saturday, so
Yeah,
I'll find
yeah.
out. So I keep score by how many balls I lose, so that's kind of the way I rate it. But we'll see what happens on Saturday.
I remember, there was a time, and I tried to golf a little bit more than I do now. Now I just avoid it because it's embarrassing. And they're like, "Look, I'll pay for your golf. Don't worry about it. Let's come out and have a good time." And I said, "Listen, I still have to buy like $30 in golf balls.
Right,
So it's not
right.
that-
It's still
not that
costing
free,
me.
you
Right,
know, so-
absolutely.
And
I agree with you.
Laughlin Ranch is a beautiful course. I mean, absolutely one of the best. It's in the best shape. I hope you really enjoy it up there when you do
thank
get
you.
a chance to play. But it is a tough one. If you miss, any way, you're losing a ball. It's off a canyon side. It's into a,
Yeah, one of the gentlemen told me earlier is going to be playing. He said the same thing, so it sounds like target golf, but that's okay. We'll have fun. It's for a good cause. So I'm looking forward to it.
So
Looking
that'll be
forward to
one of
being
your
there.
first community outings outside. I know you made it to Aces,
Yes.
which we
Great show.
really were glad you were able
Yep.
to make
Me
that. That's
too.
been such a big part of what we give back to the community, and to have it happen right as you were kind of getting settled was good. You joined the Traces board.
I did, yes.
So that's
one
great.
meetings has been great. A lot of good people on there, a lot of good things they're doing, and I look forward to our future with that and growing it.
A lot of those things are going to tie into this golf tournament this weekend. So I'm really glad to get out there. That is the Bighorn. Is it called what do they call it, the Bighorn Challenge? Is it
Bighorn
Bighorn
Challenge.
Golf Tournament or? But
Yes.
MCC's
Yep.
put it on, and it all goes back to getting this program off the ground, getting more kids in school, playing sports. You're going to start a soccer team out there. So it'll be really cool to be in there on the groundwork of getting that going. So
Absolutely. I agree. You know, and what I've noticed a lot about, and especially you, and I'll give kudos to you, but being involved with the children and being involved with the young kids and the young adults, and being at that Traces Award the other night, the ACES Awards, I noticed how mature these young kids were, and how confident they were when they were up there talking. So that's hats off to you guys and the parents and the people that
we have some great
that,
kids
so.
coming through here, and you know, those of us who grew up here, you know, Bullhead, I don't know if you call it a renaissance or what you call it, but it's booming again. It's growing. There's people moving in. And it wasn't always like that, and so it's good to see these kids are reaping some of the benefit of, you know, companies like our own and many others who have invested back in, and we're very excited for that.
Right.
So I wanted to ask you, do you have any you know, other projects that you're passionate about, things you want to get involved in here? I know you like to this is a, you know, fun one, but I know you like to scuba.
I
know,
do.
there's some scuba guys in town. It's probably not like the ocean, but it's keep you busy.
Yeah, my wife got me into scuba diving. We first got together about 17 years ago. We've been on about 80-something dives together. So it's a whole nother world in there. A lot of people always are nervous about it when they hear about it, but if you've ever experienced it, once you get comfortable, it is truly another world, and it's beautiful. And we've got some great shots of different, like turtles and sharks and stuff like that. We've been to some nice places, so it's been a lot of fun.
I don't think we sent that picture, but I was going through your Facebook and figuring out who Tony Smith was, right? And there's this baby hammerhead shark picture on there.
Boy.
It's got to be the cutest damn little thing ever. You're like, how's that going to grow up to a giant murderfish? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife caught that. We were in Vero Beach with some friends, and it was an interesting story. We're on the boat. We get out there, and we're trying to, my buddy of mine, we're trying to moor the boat and get it all settled. Well, she's already thrown her line in. Next thing you know, she's got a bite, and she brings this little shark in, right? And my buddy's losing his mind because he's been wanting to catch a shark all his life. So he's like, I can't believe she caught a shark. And this is his hometown. This is where he grew up, and he never
that's
had.
funny.
So
She's got that over for life, huh?
Yeah, she does. So
That's great. Now, you mentioned having a military background. How does having a military background kind of shaped where you are professionally?
I would tell you more than anything, the discipline of it and just sticking to it. You know, being going in the Air Force right out of high school, I was 19. As most 19-year-olds, at least I feel like most of them, you think you know everything, you think you're grown, right?
Yeah, I don't know about you.
And I got on that bus with that TI, and I learned real quick I didn't know everything, and I was scared. I ain't gonna lie, I was scared. I was nervous, and but it helped shape me and help me mature and grow up a little bit better than I thought I was, for sure. And I feel that discipline that we got and what they trained us to do, I feel went a long ways in what I do now, for sure.
Now, do you have any? Are you involved in any veteran charities, events, things? Are there things you participate in?
Yeah, it's there's a couple in Vegas. Oh my goodness, you put me on the spot now, but I'm trying to remember the name of it. One is Vets USA. We go to every year. They have a fundraiser for them. And there's one other one, and I'm sorry, I'm forgetting, but I do like to try to do what I can for the veterans and helping them. And, for me, I was at a good time in the Air Force. I was there from 83 to 90, nothing going on. They went to the Gulf War late in 90, so I had a good run of it. There's a lot of veterans out there that need help, a lot of veterans that have gone through some really hard times. And that's the ones I feel like we need to help, for sure.
So I don't know what your Top Gun came out. I know that wasn't Air Force,
no.
but right, that was Navy. That was
Navy. Yep.
But it had to have had a impact on people's perception of what happened in the military. Like, is everybody out playing beach volleyball? what are they doing here? So.
No, well, I mean, it could have happened for us. I mean, I'm in Panama City, Florida. I'm
living
so. But I'm playing golf, and I'm still not a good golfer, even though I started early. Back part of the 9 is along the Gulf Coast. So, I mean, part of that kind of maybe some truth to it. But, we did work. Obviously, we put on exercises. And back then, because there's no war going on, I was part of a program where we had targets and drones that the pilots shot at. And they used heat pods at the end of the wings, and they shot those heat pods off, and we bring the drones back so they could do it again. So quite interesting, but
cool.
It was pretty cool, and it was like a big video game for them inside. Now I'm sure it's changed. I mean, that's a long time ago, but now they got real life experience, right? So unfortunately, I wish it didn't, but that's
True.
another
Yeah,
topic.
that's the bittersweetness of the military. You know, we want to have the biggest, baddest military in the world, but we hope we don't ever use them, right? Isn't
In
that
reality, yeah.
You know, so.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
Are you a movie guy? Have you been interested in
No.
seeing that new Top Gun movie?
I am interested in seeing it. That's one thing her and I don't do. Funny story. She was asking me the other day, should we go to a drive-in? There was some movie at a drive-in. Now, Las Vegas still has a drive-in.
Right.
There's not many places that have drive-ins
there's
left,
not.
right? So the last movie we went to at a drive-in, I forget now the name of it, but it was probably about 15 minutes into it, and we both went to sleep, and we both woke up at the same time, and it was almost over. We just started laughing. I'm
Best
like,
nap you ever had.
it was. I mean, it was crazy, but we
I'm not a big movie guy. I do like the big event movies. I think I've seen every Marvel movie that's come out over the last whatever with my children.
Right.
What about Jurassic Park or Star Wars? You gotta see.
Listen, I'm gonna make some people mad here. I don't know who's still watching. I'm just not into Star Wars anymore.
I'm not
I love
either.
the first
Yeah.
ones. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool, you
Yeah.
know, as a little kid. And then you watch the new ones, then the newer ones. You're like, what are we doing here? You know.
My son-in-law is huge into it. I'm not. He's getting his kids, but I never was a big Star Wars fan either, so I get it.
I loved the originals when I was a little kid, and then I watched them as an adult. And you're like, all right, this is kind of weird. Like, they got laser swords, but they're still riding like desert animals. I don't
Desert
get it.
animals.
So I don't know the whole thing.
Yeah, you are gonna make some people mad. You
Oh,
might
he's-
listen.
Yeah, the comments
I know. I know everybody's fired up about
Goes it,
Obi-Wan. I
right,
watched it and I
right.
was like, I don't know, guys. You know,
I hear you.
The one thing I do know since I've met Tony is he likes to go to restaurants. He likes to eat.
We
We have
do.
some photos of some
Yeah.
food. And
Oh,
we want
listen.
to kind of want to
We
go
do.
through. I know Shane. That's a soft spot for Shane as well.
Right.
Look at that handsome guy.
Right, look at there, huh?
Man, where's that at?
You know, this is at a place called Lost Distilleries. Have you heard? It's Area 15 in Las Vegas. So they've got this big, huge warehouse now, and that's where that's at too. So we're at this tasting that they did. So this is like a 3.5-hour tasting we're at, and it's really neat. So it's inside of this submarine. So you go into, and there's this
cool.
big long table, and you're sitting next to other people. And then the chef is very interactive with everyone. She comes out, she helps serve the food, she helps prepare it, and it's a great experience for anybody who hasn't done it.
Yeah,
But
that looks amazing.
it was good. It was very
Octopus
good.
right there.
Right.
Listen,
good.
that thing belongs in the ocean. not on a
Dessert?
plate.
Oh yeah, right. Is that dessert?
That is dessert, and I wish I could tell you what it was. Now I can't remember. I'm sorry, but yes, that was the dessert. Yeah.
I struggle to eat
Yeah.
things that look like
Right.
decoration. I'm like, that's beautiful. I feel like someone should just leave it be.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. So this is a big sushi platter her and I did one night. I forget. I think it was just got done with the month or something maybe. But local sushi bar. My ex-boss was involved in a sushi restaurant, and we got there from them. So it was really good sushi there in Vegas.
Yeah. So have you found any? I know you had mentioned Laughlin Ranch. Have you found any little local spots around here?
You know, we've went to the Coyote Cafe, which was really good. We had breakfast there the other day, and the wife really loved it. And it was special. I mean, not special, but fresh vegetables and stuff like that. The Wild Coyote up on the hill at Bullhead Parkway. We tried that. It's really good. Two sisters own that. We really enjoyed it. And Caliano's. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Caliano's?
Caliano's.
Yeah.
We had pizza the other night. It's really good. Their special pizza takes like 40 minutes to make it, but it was really good. We enjoyed
Worth
that.
the wait, huh?
Worth the wait.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
you know, both those first two
Yep.
places you mentioned, I've been, and the food is good. But you know what I like about both of them is I've had great service at both of them every time I've gone.
Yes.
And I haven't been
Yep.
to Caliano's in a while. I'm
Right.
sure the service is good there as well.
Yep, it was. Yep.
I'm
But,
a
yes.
Vito's pizza guy.
We haven't tried that one
Vito's
yet.
is good.
I'm a
does it?
Vito's
Yeah.
junkie. It's like 2
All right.
minutes from my house,
Okay.
and they got like a Shane friendly menu. So
They know when he's there, what he wants already.
Yeah.
And everything.
Right.
and you know
right.
they've bought a lot of cars from us, so I can't complain about how much money I spend there
Right.
when they come up and but,
Absolutely.
yeah,
I
really
agree.
nice folks
Yeah,
down there.
that's
But
good.
you
We'll
work
try
with a
them
bunch
out.
you work with a bunch of car guys, so you're gonna get a lot
Yeah.
of food options
right.
most of the time.
That's
so,
true. Yeah.
Anything you really wish you could let people know? You know, coming in here, it is a unique thing to have. You know, we had Jamal come down many years ago, and it was kind of funny because like the town is very friendly and welcoming, but they're a little standoffish.
Right.
You know, I don't know if
Right.
that's a fair way to describe it. You know, like what is something you wish you could let people know that you could tell them now? Like, hey, I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to improve things. I'm here. What is your message to town?
Well, I would, kind of for the people that all of you folks on work that work for me now, and I hate saying that because we're all as a team. What I look at is that you guys are already successful. Everything's going really well here.
Your teammates.
Teammates, exactly. And hopefully we can just all together take us to the next level and, become a bigger part of the community. You guys do a fantastic job of that, but maybe we can expand that a little bit more and show people, who we really are. We're in the people business. We just happen to sell cars.
I agree.
That's
100%.
just sell and service cars. So it's all about the people. It's all about relationships. Sometimes I think that's kind of taken the back seat to some of the social media, but I like the one-on-one, the personal relationship, and if we can get that with people, especially in a town this size, I think is more important, and I want them to know that.
We have such a large social media presence. It's really interesting, but as we get out in town and we do community spotlights, athletes of the week, shake hands and meet people, it's amazing how much of a different connection you make.
Sure.
A different connection.
Absolutely.
And same thing like with Trace's, and I'm sure you'll find out here. You're going to the Calcutta too, right?
I am. Yep. I'm not sure what I'm in for, but I'm going.
Listen, just bring a lot of money and bet on Matt. That's what I do. So
I've heard that about Matt. I just found out the other day. He used to be a pro golfer.
Yeah,
here. That's awesome.
Matt's a very good golfer, and he's super into these tournaments. So he has good strategies. Like you're gonna hit this shot, and then if you hit that shot, then I can hit this shot, and this and that.
Right.
And so I've actually only golfed in probably 5 tournaments in the last 2 years, and I think I won money in 4 of them with Matt.
Oh wow!
I played on his team, and so I always lean on Matt for that.
I think he's on our team. I know Chris and I are playing together, and I'm not sure, but maybe he is. So maybe I have a chance to win some back. So
well, and I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I know you're not a big golfer, but
Nope.
I'm a terrible golfer. So I have a horrible handicap, but I occasionally hit some bomb shots. I just
He's got the strength to hit him far.
Sure, absolutely.
I hit a few good ones here or there, and so I really help my team if I can make a couple good shots
Right.
around with my horrible handicap.
go.
So maybe you.
Well, I hope I can do the same, right?
Listen, if you
Maybe
take
get
my
something.
spot on the golf team, man.
All the power to you, all right?
Man, you took my spot on the golf team.
I
What
took
the
your
heck?
spot?
So,
I didn't know that.
No, I if you play well, you might take my
Oh,
spot.
okay.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
I'm gonna
Well,
be in big
I'll keep that
trouble,
in mind
sir.
as I'm playing then.
This looks like some of your pastime right here.
Okay, so this is actually pretty neat. We went to this in February. There was a fireworks show in Havasu, actually, Lake Havasu.
Okay.
So the manufacturers of the fireworks put on a show every year for the vendors to come out, and they do this for 4 nights. There was hundreds of campers here in
wow.
BLM land, and we just hanging out and waiting for the fireworks show, and had a few cocktails, and we had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Nice little getaway.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
What else
Very
you got
cool.
over there, Jeff? You got any other?
I've been just going through the pictures here. I think we
Yeah.
went through them all already.
Did
but
we? Okay.
Yeah.
My wife's really good. She's the one that takes the pictures. There may be one in there that shows my look on my face when she's taking them, but I mean, she loves taking them, and you know how most men don't really want to do it. I'm one of those too, but I do it. Obviously, that's what she wants.
Was it this one?
It's that one. That's the one. Yep. And I'm just giving her that look, right? But it's all in
Another
good
photo,
fun.
huh?
Yes, yeah. So it was a lot of fun. She's she's a very important part of my life, and I always tell everybody that I'm married smarter and I'm married up, and I have give her a lot of credit for where I am today. So not only do I have a lot of good people to support me, but I definitely have her to support me when I go home. So.
That's awesome. I feel like that's probably the best place to end on, right?
Right.
Positive
Right.
note.
I agree.
Good woman taking care of you.
Sure
We're
is.
super happy to have you. Obviously, we had a little transition period where we didn't have anyone, and
Right.
we all kind of like our imagination got the best of
Sure.
us, and then we're like, oh, this guy's all right. This is gonna be good, So we were very happy to have you, and we've
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed the last 2 months. So, sir.
Yep.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
joining. You're always welcome to
Yep.
crash the
Thank
show
you.
whenever you
All
want.
right. Crash the
That's
show.
good. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure. It's been a lot of fun.
Thanks,
this is
Tony.
awesome.
Thank
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank
Very
you.
cool.
All right.